forgot that's a little too far. Right there? Right there, okay. Alright. Alright, so let me know when you're in. Well, you'll be able to let me know. I should see a 1 pop up. Or at least, or leave a comment or something like that, and I'll let me know. I know there's gonna be a delay between party and stream, but okay. Poopy head. That'll work, I guess. Ha ha! Emperor Palpatine. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Is basically a card game, right? Here that works. Let's go to the top. There are these different color cards, and they do different things. So the first type of card are these. They're either yellow or orange, and they are monster cards. Generally, the goal of the game is to defeat the other player. There's a couple of ways you can do that. The primary way is by monsters battling each other. So, 2 attack position monsters, they attack each other, and their attacks go up against each other. Sometimes it's attack and defense, depending on what position the monster's in. I'll be able to show you that in a minute. Yes, quality content. Right? Trap cards are cards that are played face down, and then flipped over when activated. These take 1 turn, basically. They have to be set before they can be played, but they generally have very powerful effects because of that. And then there are spell cards that fall into a couple of different categories. This is an equipped spell card, which means it gets equipped to a specific monster on the field, and then there's an effect tied to it. These are continuous spell cards with the infinity icon, which means they permanently stay up until they're destroyed. There's quick play spell cards, which can be set like a trap card and then flipped over on the opponent's turn if the activation is met. Then there's a whole extra deck, which is basically cards that you can play that don't count towards your main deck. These usually have special summoning conditions. There's a couple of types. These black ones are XYZ monsters. So the summoning requirement for this card is that you have to have at least 2 of a specific level and or type of monster. So if you look at each card, like, let's look at this card. Okay, so where it says Gaiku the Ghost Destroyer, that would be the name, and then it says Spellcaster and Effect. The Spellcaster is the type of monster that is it. So any monsters that designate, or card effects that designate Spellcaster, this card is affected by. The number 4, with the star next to it, is the card's level. That little black icon with the Japanese on it is its attribute, which is dark. So every monster will have an attribute and a type. And there's a lot of different types. So this card here requires 2 level 4 monsters face up on the field. You basically put those 2 cards together and you summon this one. Synchro monsters, which are the white cards, require a specific kind of monster to bring it out. So they require a tuner. So for example, this card, where this one is just rock and it doesn't have anything with it, this is dragon with tuner. You need this card plus any other cards that equal the level required to summon this. That's how you bring out the Synchro monsters. Where's the other card? These purple cards are fusion monsters. So these require the spell card Polymerization in your hand and the 2 monsters listed on the card either in your hand or on the field. So, to summon this card specifically, this one right here, I need to have Relinquished, which is this card, and Thousand Eyes Idol, which is this card, both of those cards need to be either in my hand or on the field, and I need to have Polymerization, and when I play Polymerization, I use the other two cards to summon this. Now, if you notice this card is blue, this is a Ritual Monster. This card is like an extra deck monster, but it is in your main deck, and it requires a specific spell card called a Ritual Spell to summon it. I can show you some of the details. So let's hold on. Let's do this. So where you look at the frames here, the normal monsters are the yellows, the orange ones are the effect, which means they have some type of effect that they can apply. Rituals, fusion, synchros, XVs, which are black. Pendulums, I'll show you in a minute, because they're fucking weird. I don't like pendulums. Traps and spells. These are the attributes. Divine is kind of a unique attribute. It doesn't really count, except for the Egyptian god cards, which are very powerful cards out of the anime. So these are your general types, right here, of the, or attributes, I should say. Then these are the ways you can break up spell and traps. So a normal trap can only be activated on your turn. Ritual traps are specifically used to summon ritual monsters. Quick plays are like traps, but in the spell card form. Continuous spells, when activated, stay face up on the field until they're destroyed. The equips, we already did that. And then field spells are unique. So there's a field spell zone on either side of the field. Each player can have one field spell active at a time. So these affect the entire board, regardless. Then for traps, you have the normal trap, which you have to set first, and then you activate it when the condition is met. You have the continuous trap, which is set first, then you activate it, and it stays face up on the field until it's destroyed. And counter traps, which are specifically designed to negate other card or monster effects. There is a concept called spell speed. I know this is a little hard to understand. So let's look at it this way. A normal spell is a spell speed 1, which means it is countered by any other card. Quick play spells and trap cards are spell speed 2, which means you can't use a normal spell in reaction to that. And counter traps are a higher spell speed. They are spell speed 3, and they counter traps and spells, which means you can only counter a counter trap with another counter trap. If multiple cards, like, stack against each other, which I'll be able to show you in a minute, it's called a chain. This will be important in a sec. So let's look at my deck for a minute. Alright? So let's say you activate Nightmare Steel Cage. I would say counter this with Rivalry of the Warlords. So I'm countering your spell with my trap. You can then counter that. I just realized I don't have Dark Bribe in this deck. Oh, that's a problem. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have a small crisis. Yeah. Hold on. Whoa. No. This is not happening. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Minor emergency! I don't have this card, and I need this card. This card is very good. Use this card. This is a counter trap that basically negates spell or traps. Okay? Alright, so where was I? Yes. Oh, yeah. Alright. So now we have types. These are all the different types. These are basically, you can make certain decks based around certain types as well. Divine Beast is the rarest one. That has to do with the Egyptian god cards. So it's very rare you're going to see that. But you got Worm, Psychic, Reptile. You know, you can make certain archetypes based around these. I'll explain why some of these are important in a minute. Now we have levels. Alright? The level of a card determines how it's summoned most of the time. So, this is a level 1 card. Level 1 through 4, you can just play 1 once per turn. You can summon, normal summon 1 on your turn. Like this card right here, no problem. Level 5 through 6, where's that card? Like this, requires a tribute. In order to tribute, you need to have a monster on the field, and you are sacrificing that monster to summon this monster. And level 7s and 8s require 2 tributes to summon. So you have to have 2 monsters on the field to tribute summon. There are ways to get around this. If I go to a different deck, this is a level 10. Level 9 and up requires 3 tributes to summon. So you've got to have 3 monsters on the field to bring this out. Generally, the more powerful the card is, the more tributes it will require. Although there are special conditions. Rank, this term of rank applies to XYZ monsters. So don't worry about that. Then there's attack and defense. So let's look at this, okay? So let's say you have Hyena on the field, okay? The axe icon right there that has 1,000 next to it is its attack, and the purple shield with the 300 is its defense. So cards have 2 positions. Vertical, which is attack, and horizontal, which is defense. If I have Raikou the Ghost Destroyer in attack position, and I'm attacking your Hyena in defense position, my attack will compare to your defense. If your Hyena is in attack position and my Raikou is in attack position, the 2 attacks will match each other. And if they're both in defense position, then neither of them can attack. Unless you have a card like this, where it has an effect where it can attack while it's in defense position. That's a good card, by the way. So, sideways is the defense, vertical is the attack. Remember that, because if you have a monster with very high defense, but very low attack, and you put it in attack position and think, well, your attack will go up against my defense, it won't work unless you have it going sideways. That's called setting a card. Because normally, you can't put monsters in face-up defense position. You have to set them first, and then you either flip them on the next turn, which is a flip summon, or you wait for it to get attacked, basically. Okay. Defense. This right here is because certain cards are limited. So you're allowed to have up to 3 cards, 3 copies of the same card in your deck, unless it falls into one of these categories. So some cards are forbidden. Let's show you that. Like, all these cards right here are forbidden, okay? This card right here is broken. That's why it's forbidden. You can't play this card online. You can play this in single player against the AI, but you can't use a deck that has this card in it online. And you might be wondering, well, why? Well, because then there's a card like this called Self-Destruct Button, which basically is a fuck you to your opponent whenever you're about to lose the duel. You just activate this card and it forces a draw instead. So no side wins. Then you have cards that are limited. Do I have Raiki? I do. Raiki. So let's... Okay. This card is a very powerful card, but it's not too broken. That's why it's limited to 1 copy. Like Torrential Tribute. Basically, it's a trap card, you set it, and as soon as the opponent plays a monster of any kind, They can special summon it, they can flip summon it, they can set, they can normal summon. Anytime a monster goes on their side of the field, you can flip this card and it destroys all the monsters on the field. Yours and your opponent's. This is a very strong card, but it's still playable. And then we have the semi-limiteds, which are very rare. There really shouldn't be a semi-limited list, but there is, so I guess you gotta deal with it. And then genre. So then there's different types of cards. There's different effects. So then there's like tokens, which is like a neutral type. There's flip effects. So the way these cards work is they have to be set first. So they're played in face down defense position. And then when the card gets flipped up, whether you flip summon it or it gets attacked, the flip effect triggers. So, like for this card, I set it, you attack into it, and in order to see the stats on the card, you have to flip it face up, the effect activates. So I can target one trap card in my graveyard and add it to my hand. Alright? That's why there's different types. So, I'm going to play a single game to kind of show you how it works. So, let's start relatively easy. This is an easy-ass duel. Skip my deck. Alright? So, start of the match, you play rock, paper, scissors, figure out who goes first. The winner gets to choose. You either go first or second. Okay, this is good. The player who goes first can be at a disadvantage. So each side draws 5 cards. I'm going to explain what the sides are on the field, because there's no time limit here. I'm fighting the AI. So these 5 rows right here are your spell and trap zones. I can set as many traps as I want, or as many spells as I want, on my turn. These 5 zones up here are your monster zones. I can normal summon or set 1 monster per turn, which I'll show you in a minute. This is a pendulum zone. These are used for weird-ass pendulum monsters. They're basically a hybrid between spells and monsters. Do not worry about these fucking things until you get a basic understanding of the game. Let's start with that. This is your field spell zone, which counts separate from your regular spells and traps. And then this is your graveyard. This is your graveyard and your banish. So cards, when they leave the field, go to one of these 2 zones. They either go to the graveyard, or they get banished, which is very hard to bring back. This is your deck, which is, this is somewhere between 40 and 60 cards that you get to draw at the beginning. Now, and then this is your extra deck for the extra monsters like the XYZs and the Synchros, which you can look at. Okay? So like, I can look at these. These are my XYZs and my Synchros that I run in this deck. This deck is just a generic beatdown build. Alright, so whoever goes first is at a slight disadvantage because they don't get to draw a card and they can't attack. So all I can do is set up defenses. Like this. I can summon a monster. I can set my trap. Now, you press circle to bring up the menu. So, we go from main phase was, we'll end our turn. So now it's on the opponent. Now the AI, I basically passed the turn. The AI, on their first turn, because they went second, they can draw a card and they can attack. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. So he used a spell. Set the card, and then he set a monster. So it's in defense position. This is attack. Excuse me. And this is defense position. Now, I'm a cunt. I'm going to use this. So I'm using the spell. Ah, clever girl. What this card does is it flips all of my opponent's monsters that are on the field face up. And it means they can't attack as long as this card is on the field. And this card will last for 3 of my opponent's turns. This is a level 6 monster, which I need a tribute summon to bring out. So, yes, I want a tribute summon. So I have to sacrifice this card, and I bring out this monster. Which allows me to activate its effect. So I can banish this card. This was a counter trap. Alright, so now you go to battle phase. By the way, the 8,000 life points that you see, that is your health bar, basically. But you can win without using the health bar. So now, I'm attacking, and because his monster's in defense position, my attack goes against his defense. Mine is higher, so I win. Now, because his monster was in defense position, he doesn't take damage. If it was in attack position, different story. And because of Swords of Revealing Light, he can't attack. So now when I set this monster, you see how it has more defense than attack. What it does is I'm putting it in defense position. I'm gonna attack. Now I can, if I want to activate a spell or trap here, after I battle, I can go to main phase 2. So you're only allowed one summon. That's why I can't summon or set this card. But if I did it in my first main phase, I could then do it in my second. So we'll end our turn. Set the monster. Okay. I'll set that trap. I'm summoning this monster. I'm not going to activate its effect. So I'm going to attack him, destroy the card, and then now I can attack him directly because he doesn't have any monsters to protect himself with. So my attack goes into his life point damage. Now, there's a little trick I'm going to have to show you with Yu-Gi-Oh! Particularly this game. Oh. Nah, fuck you. Wait, what? Oh, it's that special summon, that's right. Oh, that's unfortunate. I could do that. But where's the fun in that? Fuck it, I'm doing it. Alright, so we're gonna summon Senga of the Thunder. It's level 7, which requires 2 tributes. Now, if you notice, he has more attack than I do. I, don't really care. Fuck. Yeah, so that monster's effect right there basically destroyed my monster. Fucking Ah, that's a good card. We continue straps. I'm gonna set that. I'm gonna attack. Destroy it. End my turn. The standby phase, if you're wondering, there are certain effects that activate in the standby phase. I'm gonna activate this card. Okay. I have blue eyes, I can't use that. Attack. Shadow spell. Fuck! That sucks. You dare use my own spells against me, Potter. Basically, this card makes it so I can't attack. But he can't do anything here. I have that. I'm not too worried. Yeah. So I have to end my turn. I can't play this monster because I need 2 tributes to bring it out. Oh? Why would you do that? No. Why would you do that? That's interesting. Ooh. Good card. And my turn. I can't do anything. Now, so this is a trap. This is the thing with trap cards. You have to wait 1 full turn before you can activate it. But so now, it's the downside. God damn it. Oh, okay. That's fine. You gotta summon it? Yep. He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that. He normal summoned a monster, therefore I can destroy it with my trap card. So certain trap cards that can activate at any time, you have to press and hold circle in order to get rid of those fuckers. Because otherwise, it will literally spam you every single time. So, because I can't attack with that monster, I'm tribute summoning it to bring out this monster. Now I can attack him. And because of Robin Zombie's effect, it sends the top card from his deck to the graveyard. Which means he can't use it, unless he has a graveyard effect. By the way, this card is very annoying. If you use this card, you're a Neanderthal like me. I love it. Go ahead. Go ahead, attack me. So this card lets me negate his attack, which means it doesn't go through at all. And if he has any effect... Oh. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so then this is an equipped spell, which I'm going to use and put it on his monster. And now his monster can attack. So he's going to tribute it, which destroys my card to bring out a monster of his own. Because that removes my card from the field. Do I have a level 7? I do have a level 7 Synchro. Do I have another one, though? I do not. Let's be cautious. I'm going to set this just in case he has, like, a Mirror Force or something. Shadow Spell. Okay. That's fine. But that's why I set this card right here, so I can get rid of that card next turn. That's fine. He's going to attack me, and I'm going to use Scrap Iron Scarecrow and negate his attack. And it goes face down after it, because that's the card effect on. This is broken. So now I'm going to flip summon. Now, when you flip summon, it turns it to attack position. But now I can go to my extra deck and bring out this card. So I have a tuner plus a level 6 monster, which brings it to a level 7. And I can special summon this monster. It has an effect where every time it gets attacked with it, attached to an effect card, I deal damage to him. Now I can battle. And it forces him to discard the top card of his deck. So I end my turn. He only has 400 life points. If I can get another equipped spell, I win. This card lets me heal every time I draw a card. I'm gonna set this. No. So that card makes it so that his card right here, if I attack his monster, no matter what, that monster gets returned to the hand. But because my monster didn't come from the hand, it came from my extra deck, it gets destroyed instead. Which is why I set this monster face down first. That way there, I have some defense if he decides to do anything here. This is a broken card. I love this card. Great card. Everybody loves it. This is Mirror Force. This is a great defensive card. And the reason why this card, by the way, is so good, there's a small detail in the wording. It's called targeting. So, for example, if you see how this card... Yeah, I get it. This card says, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you target the attacking monster. Certain monsters have an effect where they cannot be targeted. This means that this card will not work if my opponent attacks me because I can't target it. But This card will, because it doesn't require me to target. It just destroys all attack position monsters my opponent has. So if he attacks into me with something I can't destroy through targeting, this goes over that. Fuck. So this card gives me 200 attack during my battle phase only, so even though this monster has 0 attack, it will get 200 in the battle phase. So where he doesn't have a monster to protect himself... Oh. Oh, okay. No. The reason why that message popped up is because I could technically trigger Scrap Iron Scarecrow on top. And now I win. So I'm going to summon Great Angus here. And then just go to battle phase. Direct attack, and I win. That is the most common way to win. There is another. There's a couple other ways you can win as well. So we're gonna use a different deck. I have, if you notice how many fucking decks I have, there's a reason for that. So this deck is based around Exodia. This is an alternate win condition besides just straight up battling each other. Yeah. Said that. I'm gonna go second. Going second is usually better if you want to be aggressive. Going first is better if you want to be defensive. This is an incredibly defensive deck. Okay. 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 That's fine. So I'm gonna activate this. Every time I draw a monster, if it's a normal monster like this card right here, I can reveal it to my opponent and draw another card, which is what I need for my strategy. I need to play these 2 trap cards. I need to set them early so I have them on the field to activate. I'm gonna set this card because I need to get this card in my graveyard. And I'm going to activate this so he can't attack me for 2 turns. No one can attack each other as long as this card's on the field for 2 turns. Alright. He's going to set a monster. Trap card to heal himself. That's okay. Okay, not bad. Activate the card effect. Shows him the card. I can draw another card. And it just keeps stacking. Now, you say, well, why do you want to do this? I need to get specific cards in my hand in order to win. So you'll see. This right here. Exodia the Forbidden One is an instant win condition. If I have all 5 pieces of it in my hand, I automatically win the duel. Period. Attack and defense doesn't matter. I'm going to set this card. End my turn. What is she laughing about? That's fine. Let me guess, you're going to tribute summon it? Yep. Alright, so now watch this. This is good. Slight problem with that. This card banishes cards. Basically, the difference between the graveyard and the banishing system is that there are card effects that let you special summon from the graveyard. Banished cards don't count. They cannot be used unless you bring them out of being banished, which is very hard to do. And cards that are banished face down can't be searched for. So they're really hard to bring out. I'm going to activate this effect. I'm going to summon this card. And I'm going to flip summon this card. So I can XYZ summon. This is XYZ summoning. I need the 2 level 4 monsters to bring this out. The 2 monsters are placed underneath. Those are called materials for certain effects. And now, I have a big, beefy monster on the field. Can I attack? I can attack. Good. So what is this card that he has, I'm wondering? I want to win off Exodia, though. Yeah, whatever. I have an evil trap right here, which you'll see in a sec. Magic Cylinder negates my opponent's attack and deals their attack as damage to them directly. Alright, so I'm gonna do Heart of the Underdog here. Oh, that's good. Mirror Force. I'm gonna set that. Now, I'm gonna attack the face-down monster just to see what it is. End my turn. If he attacks me, I'm gonna use Mirror Force on him. Mirror Force. This is a very easy AI to beat, this one right here, but there are more difficult AIs. Okay. I'm gonna summon this. I'm gonna summon this. And that's gonna let me XYZ summon this. Now this XYZ summon specifies specific cards it needs to bring it out. So this card has to have 2 level 3 Earth monsters to bring out, which would be these. So this has an effect. I can discard one of the materials used. It lets me target an opponent's spell or trap card. So as long as this card is on the field, my opponent can't activate that card. Now, I have 6 cards in my hand. If I were to end my turn with 1 more, I'd have to discard, because you can only have 6 cards in your hand. That's an evil card. Let's set that. So the strategy on this deck, by the way, is based around Exodia. So it's based around spell and traps for stalling, and then being able to just have a lot of normal monsters with high defense to trigger Heart of the Underdog. Okay. So I'm going to activate Mystical Space Typhoon. This is a quick effect spell, which means I can activate it anytime. So I can activate it during my own draw phase that I draw the card. I'm just gonna end my turn. I want to win off Exodia. That's why I'm not attacking him right now, because I could actually kill him here. I'm gonna set that just to be careful. I'll activate this. We'll flip his cards again. And I'm gonna attack him so that he can't bring out a Blue Eyes. And I'll end my turn. Right now, I only have 2 Exodia pieces. I need 3 more. That's a good card. I'm gonna activate this. I'm gonna destroy the other monster, so that he can't bring out a Blue Eyes if he has a Blue Eyes in his hand. So what this card is going to let me do is every time I draw a card in my normal main phase, it gets a counter on it, and I can send it to the graveyard with 2 counters to draw 2 cards. Okay. I'm going to attack in. Negate attack. That doesn't bother me. That just ends the battle phase. By the way, if you're wondering, there are over 1 million cards in this game. Just saying. So you don't have to know, like, what all the cards do. Just be very comfortable with reading the description. Okay, so that card's gone bye-bye. Love that card. Alright, let's activate Shard of Greed. So I can draw 2 cards now. I'm gonna set this card. Now activate this card, which destroys all of his monsters. Again, that card doesn't target, which is very good. Do I have a level 1 XYZ, don't I? I do. Ooh. I have to have both of them on the field, though, so... Alright, so now, because I have more cards in my hand, I have to pick a card to discard. It goes to the graveyard. Doesn't matter. I can afford to sacrifice something here. I can't use that card. I'll play this so he can't attack me. End my turn. I could have beaten him into the ground already, but I'm trying to win off Exodia to show you the win condition. Yeah, he can't do anything. Did he run out of monsters? For the underdog? Alright, so we got 3 pieces now. Damn. Crap. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Discard. I'm not worried. I have this game completely won. There's nothing he can do here, so. There's 4 pieces. I only need 1 more. Marshmallow! Okay. Time to bring out Marshmallow. I'm XYZ summoning just to get rid of, make room on the field. Okay. Yes. No. God, this card's gonna annoy me. So this is why you have to get comfortable with holding circle. I'm gonna show you the sheer amount of times I'm gonna have to press circle. Every single time the card could be activated, it's going to give you a prompt to activate it. Therefore, if you just hold circle, you won't have to deal with it. You just have to make sure you don't miss the activation window if you want to activate the card. So make sure that when you play your deck, you know what all of your cards do. Or think you know what all your cards do. Can't destroy that card, sir. No! Stop that. Dark Bribe. Great card. No! Oh my god. Whatever. Man, fuck you. I want to get rid of this card. It's annoying me. Tribute. Ah. This is I'm a cunt and I want to destroy his monsters. Marshmallow! Alright, so this is Dark Bribe. So he activates a trap card right here, but I don't want him to heal. So I activate Dark Bribe, which negates that card, but he then draws 1 card. But he can't heal. So, I'm gonna end my turn. Get rid of that. Boom. He doesn't matter. Oh, I forgot to put that in defense position. Oh shit. God damn it! Ah, whatever. This card makes it so once per turn, if a monster is destroyed by any means, I can draw a card. That card is banned, by the way, just letting you know right now. I'm gonna let him destroy it. I can draw a card now. I don't need any of these cards. Let's just use this, I guess. That way there he can't attack me. Marshmallow! Marshmallow is the best card in the game. Just saying. Marshmallow OP. Goddamn Marshmallow. He can't do anything here, really. He's kind of like stuck. Yeah, defense position. It's fine. Fuck! I'm gonna win by the fucking card effect. I don't care. I have 4 of the pieces. I need 1 more. Maybe I should have let him attack me. Nah. Fuck! Come on. I want to win by the card effect. If I lose by draw... I can't lose by draw out. There's no way I can lose by draw out. Okay. This is what we in the Yu-Gi-Oh community call a hand trap as well. Because the way this card works is that it's activated directly from my hand under certain conditions. Is he gonna kill himself? He may kill himself here. No. Good. He's gonna destroy that. I can draw a card. Can I activate it? I win the duel automatically. I win the duel on his turn because of how Exodia works. That's alternate win condition. And there's yet another alternate win condition. There's a lot of alternate win conditions, but this is the only other one I'm going to show you right now. This deck is specifically designed around forcing the opponent to discard. If your opponent has no more cards in their deck, right, like he's got 35 monsters there, if there's no more cards for him to draw, he automatically loses the duel. So this takes a little bit of time normally. This is called milling. Boom. Activate this effect. I'm gonna set this. Alright? And my turn. So the plan here is when he destroys this monster, he can't conduct his battle phase during his next turn. Yes, attack my monster, you fool! And every time he declares an attack, this spell card that I have, Gravekeeper's Servant, he will have to send the top card of his deck to the graveyard every time he declares an attack, whether it goes through or not. So now I'm going to activate this. And the reason why is it gives me 2 tokens, which are like kind of monsters. They're kind of monsters, they're kind of not. Just go with it, okay? Basically, these will trigger Gravekeeper's Servant. So if he attacks these monsters, he loses cards from the top of his deck. Yes, attack me. Ooh. Okay. Do I want to destroy monsters in my deck? Oh, so I have to... I guess I'm destroying a card. Why not? Don't know why I did that, but okay. He destroyed my lightning monkey, so now he can't attack next turn. Nah. He loses his battle phase here. Yay me. I'm gonna activate this effect so I heal 500 life points every time I draw a card. This is basically a way to start building up my health bar, basically. I'm gonna set this because it's a flip effect monster. So whenever this card gets flipped face up, the effect activates, he loses the top 5 cards of his deck. Milling kind of helps graveyard decks a little bit because of that fact. I can activate this because that monster was summoned this turn. and it destroys it and deals half the damage to it. Oh, that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna end my turn. You'll see why in a minute. That's fine. That's perfectly fine with me. That's perfectly fine with me. Okay. He's gonna declare direct attack. And this, I get to use my hand trap. So this card, I can use it to negate him attacking me. It completely ends the battle phase when I use that card. Fuck yeah! Goddamn Marshmallow in the house! Ooh, I love me some Marshmallow! Marshmallow is the ultimate stall monster. So watch what happens here. Yeah, go ahead. Fatten yourself up there, buddy. He's gonna attack this monster, and because this monster was face down, he takes 1,000 points of damage. This monster cannot be destroyed by battle. It has to be removed by other means. So this monster will stay here until he uses a spell or a trap or a monster effect to get rid of it. He can't do shit. He cannot attack me. All he can do is end his turn. And my turn? I can't do anything to him. That's the downside, but I'm not trying to. I just want him to discard cards. He's gonna do another blue eyes? Another blue eyes. Just in case he just tries to destroy my Marshmallow, we have Dark Bribe to negate it. This is a very slow way to win. It's a way to piss people off. Goddamn Marshmallow in the fucking house! Let's go! Alright, so watch this. I'm about to fuck this man over. Mirror Force? Whole board is gone. His whole side of the field is gone. Ooh. Alright. That's a good card right there. Set that. And my turn. Robin Zombie. He doesn't have a monster he can use. That has to be his other blue eyes, because I know he runs 3 copies. Alright, so see this? This is a pendulum monster. You see how it's orange and green? This is a pendulum monster. This card can be played as either a spell or a monster. So I just played it as a spell. Oh. I know what that card is then if it's in defense position. I could have countered it with Dark Bribe just to force him to draw one more card, but I don't really care. Okay, so watch this. So now I'm going to summon this monster as a regular monster. This card can attack him directly, even though he has another monster on his side of the field. Oh, fuck you, kid. And this is why I saved Dark Bribe. Now I can Dark Bribe, because it's a counter trap. I can negate his trap as a chain, which means then my attack still goes through. Which means I can send the top card of his deck because of Robin Zombie, and because of my other Performapal Swing Cobra. And then its effect activates. This is devious. This is how you learn how to chain combos together. So just like in a fighting game where you can like combo hits together, you can do the same thing here. Yeah, whatever. Don't care. Alright, so I'm gonna set that. I can change his card to attack position. I can go attack him again. Attack directly. Negate attack. Well, that's not very nice, sir. No. 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 It's not a trap. Or it's not a spell. I don't know why you use that card. That card is horrible, sir. Ah, yes. Negate the attack. Deal the damage to him. So I'm gonna win on his next turn. Alright, I'm gonna show you how. So he has 2 cards left. And I'm gonna make it so that he can't draw a card, and I'll win by default. I'm gonna attack him directly, and because of my other 2 cards on the field, he's gonna lose both of the 2 cards he could draw. So now, by ending my turn, I will automatically win the duel. Boom. Those are the 3 main ways that you will win the game, is by either forcing your opponent to not beating them with battle points, or what you call it there? What's the word I'm looking for? Instant win condition. That's the campaign. There are 5 campaigns to go through, although this one is literally only 1 fight. But when you beat the campaign, it doesn't really matter about the story. You get cards and you get the points. Then there's the duelist challenges, which is basically souped up versions of each player's deck. This is the absolute hardest in the game, just saying. Don't worry about the DLC. You do not have to purchase any of the DLC. The DLC is not worth it whatsoever. Don't purchase any of it. Multiplayer is like online. Battle Pack is a random kind of content thing where everybody has the same pool of cards, technically. So, that little triangle in the upper right corner with the number next to it is your currency from beating the campaign. And then you buy the card packs here. And this is how you... So, like, let's say I buy his card pack. I get 8 cards, and these are added to my pool of deck options. Did I get anything I can use here? Ooh. Hold on. Oh, that card's worthless. Okay. Oh, no. The Heretic, no thank you. He lives for... Ooh, maybe. Has 4 left. Oh. Okay. Let me write that down. By the way, generally a good idea is to keep a pen and paper handy when you buy cards. Okay? Because there's no real good search option. This is just friendly tip. When you buy cards, write down the name of a card that you think you want to add. Then you can go to deck edit here, and you can look at the different decks. So, like, the different decks, this is just a generic beatdown deck. This is a normal monster-focused deck that's based around normal monsters. By the way, fun fact, try and keep a balance between 30 monsters and 30 spells or traps if you can. This is an Exodia deck. This is the Egyptian God card deck. This is forcing your opponent to discard. This is a dragon deck, spellcaster deck, fire attribute, water attribute / Umi, fiend deck, equip spells and spirit monsters, life point recovery, zombie deck, effect only damage. You notice there's not a single monster in this deck, and yet I can still win with it. Insect deck, dinosaur deck, Dinosaur. This is a specific machine deck. Warrior deck, I'm working on this. Fairy deck, rock deck, flip effect deck, I'm working on this. This is a weird counter trap deck. It's kind of a tournament deck, kind of not. This is a fusion monster deck. This is a synchro monster deck. This is a beast type deck. This is specifically Jinzo Kurbo, because the 2 archetypes work really good when smashed together. token deck, Amazonas deck, and a trap-only deck, or a trap wave deck. So, by the way, this side deck is if you play a match format, which is a best of 3. After the first duel, you can swap cards between your side deck and your main deck. So, if you run the right cards in your side deck, you can kind of switch them out. So now I will play one last duel for you. I will play a very hard matchup. Oh god, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. This is probably the only deck I have a chance of winning with. So, if you thought the game's AI was very easy based off of how I played before, allow me to show you this motherfucker. So before you judge my lifestyle choices about, AI is easy, play him. Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, I am absolutely fucked. I'm not even gonna walk the play-by-play. I'm just gonna let you watch as I get destroyed here. I already know I'm gonna be destroyed by him. He can summon multiple times a turn because there's no limit on special summons. So. Tiramisu. Tiramisu. I hate this so much. I hate this deck. I have Winged Dragon and Raw. It's not like I can fucking use the damn thing. No, I don't want to activate that. That's fine. Dark Bribe! Oh, I love you, Dark Bribe! You are my best friend in the whole wide world. I fucking love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, I might actually be able to beat him here. I mean, I've already beaten him before, but just in case you're questioning the strength of the AI, I tried to pick the deck that can I can get destroyed the most with. No, I gotta hold circle here. Special summon him out of the shit. He's gonna bring out Tiramisu. He's gonna bring out Tiramisu, isn't he? Ah, he's gonna bring out Tiramisu. I fucking knew it. Fine. I can't do anything here, can I? No, I can't. Hold on. Oh, my sweet baby. I hate you so much, Tiramisu. Hey, return those two At least I have the negate in my graveyard. That's my only saving grace here. There's no point. I'm gonna get fucked over by the AI. The only good news about this is I can limit the damage a little bit. Unless he brings out the Tiramisu, question mark? You gonna use Tiramisu? Nope, okay. And chain everything. Defense. When you special summon a monster, you can control its position. So that's how I'm able to summon these face up in defense position. That doesn't fucking help me. I'm still gonna die to him. I don't have enough attack to beat it over. Oh, come on! No! No, I have to use it. I hate Matalache. I hate Matalache deck so bad. Okay. What's he gonna do? Tribute? Oh no. Really? Really? Oh, I lost. I hate Matalache. Yeah, so that's an example right there of how stingy the AI can be. I hate fucking AI.